Happy Halloween. I don't really celebrate Halloween, but I wanted to tell you a little story. This is a true story about a night I had just last week. Now, if you remember, if you watch my videos, you will have seen that last week I was talking about being sick, having health problems with my stomach. So, I had been sick in the evening that night, and I was exhausted because I had been sick. I was so exhausted, I was so tired. But I couldn't sleep. And when I did sleep, I was in this strange state that wasn't a full sleep. It's like I was trapped somewhere between waking and sleeping. And I had this really, really bizarre experience. Let me tell you. So, I was awake, wide awake, in bed, couldn't sleep. I had my eyes closed because I was trying to sleep. So I was lay there with my eyes closed, trying to fall asleep. I rolled over in bed and I opened my eyes to check what the time was. But when I opened my eyes, my room looked different. It wasn't dark anymore, but it wasn't light either. It was light enough for me to see, and my room didn't have any windows. It was like I was in a solid box, like a shipping container, and all around was black steel walls. Steel is a type of metal. So this room that I was in was made of this black metal with no windows. And I jumped up out of my bed and I ran for the door because there was only a door in this room. No windows, just a door. And it was the same door of my bedroom. So I jumped up out of bed. I ran to the door. And as I got to the door, I woke up. I woke up and I found myself just standing there by my bedroom door, everything looking normal. So I tootled off back to bed, lay down, tried to sleep again. Same thing happened again, and it happened 3 times that night, very similar, and each time I was in a panic. I thought I had woken up in this strange box. I thought I had. And every time I panicked and ran for the door. But when I opened the door, I woke up. But I was dreaming that I was awake, but I wasn't awake. I was actually dreaming and walking in my sleep. And I don't think I have ever experienced that in my life before. It was really, really bizarre. I have never walked in my sleep before. Never. Or not as far as I remember. And it was so vivid and so real. The dream that I had was so realistic. And I remember every part of the dream. That's the crazy thing. I remember the dream as if it was a real thing that really happened. And it was so confusing because one minute I was in this dark metal box. And the next minute I was in my bedroom. And I had to stop and I really think about which parts of that were the parts where I was asleep and which parts were where I was awake. What was a dream? What was real? And it took me a while to figure it out. And that's not really happened to me before in my sleep. It was really, really bizarre. And I think it happened as a result of me being sick, because I had been really, really sick that evening. So I think I was dehydrated as well. But that's my spooky story for Halloween. I'm not very good at telling spooky stories. Do you celebrate Halloween?